I'm only here to elevate. I'm only here to elevate. I'm only here to elevate, trying to reach another plateau. I'm only here to elevate. I'm only here to elevate.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Cold One TV. I am Batman the DJ. Before we go any further, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button below. Also hit that bell icon so that you can get all your latest updates. Yesterday I spoke about the situation between Flav and Chuck D and the future of Public Enemy. Well, a lot of people wanted to know, well, if you're not aware, Public Enemy was invited to perform at Bernie Sanders' campaign rally. Well, everybody was on board except Flav. Now, that upset Chuck D, and Chuck D gave Flav an ultimatum. Long story short, Chuck D fired Flav from the group. Now, I have my opinions on that. I'm sure other people have their opinions on it, but I'm going to get into that in just a second. As far as with Flav, a lot of people wanted to know, well, why didn't he want to perform? Well, come to find out after doing some research, Flav allegedly was upset and didn't want to do anything with Bernie because he said that his likeness and even his signature clock was used in his campaign without his permission. And that's understandable. You know, you taking my likeness, you taking everything about me and you making money off of it or using it for your personal gain, and you ain't even speak to me about it. Gave me a heads up or anything. So I feel where Flav is coming from. I think, in a way, he had a valid point for that. Now, that's not to say that he don't endorse that candidate, but honestly, if you pretty much Bernie Sanders allegedly stole from him, so I can understand Flav saying, I'm not going to perform for him because of this. Now, what Chuck D's saying, you need to perform, it almost makes you look like, okay, well, is this some type of control factor? And then on top of that, anybody has the choice on who they want to endorse or not. I don't think there's grounds for being kicked out the group. You know what I'm saying? Especially when, and you got to understand, I know the history of Public Enemy. I know about some stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, other stuff that Flav has done and other stuff that they've gotten into it for, now you want to fire Flav? Really? Or was it just, it doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense. Especially, years ago, you had Professor Griff, who was who still is a member of Public Enemy. He got suspended from the group because he said racial slurs against Jewish people. Okay, you suspended him. He was back to work in no time. You permanently fire Flav from the group? Now I'm gonna tell you something. I don't agree. I don't agree with it. I know they've had some issues before. It doesn't make sense. It just seems like there's part of that. Some people feeling like they're in control of everybody else in the group, and if you don't do what they say do, then and I'm not. This is no bash Chuck D type thing. It's just you waited until now, out of all the stuff that has went on in the 30 years that y'all been doing music together, you wait till now to fire him from the group. Now I'm gonna tell you something. I saw the performance at Bernie Sanders' rally, and yeah, I'm sorry, I just didn't get the same feeling. It didn't ignite me to want to, like Public Enemy used to do. You know what I'm saying? You turn on Brothers Gonna Work It Out. You know what I'm saying? You get to certain type of, you know what I'm saying? Black Still in the Hour of Chaos, which is still my favorite Public Enemy joint. Them two right there, those two songs right there, them alone, let alone the rest of their catalog. You know what I'm saying? It's just seeing it perform live. Yeah, it was okay hearing the joints, but you got somebody else up there trying to be a hype man, and then he's saying Flavor Flav's parts. It don't even sound correct. It's not, like I said, it's no diss, but if you're gonna do it without Flav, excuse me, if you're gonna do it without Flav, then do it without any other type of hype man. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't replace Flav. Just like if somebody got rid of Chuck D out the group, Chuck D's not replaceable. Nobody in that group is replaceable. Not the S1Ws, not Professor Griff. I didn't even think Terminator X was replaceable. So I understand why Flav did not want to perform. I do understand what Chuck D was saying, like, yo, we need to do this, because it's supposed to help, it's going to be a good look as a help towards our community. So I get it. Excuse me. I get it, but at the same time, that man does have his own choice. You can't penalize him for having his own choice on who he wants to back or not. You know what I'm saying? If somebody did that to you, that's basically the same equivalent as somebody that's racist or prejudiced towards somebody. You know what I'm saying? Because not to the full extent, but if you think about it, it's almost like, okay, because they believe in this or they do this, you don't like them and gonna bar them from this. Isn't that the same thing? It's like being black in America, and just because you black, well, you can't move in this neighborhood, or or jobs are limited, or this, that, and the other. Isn't that kind of parallel to what you're talking about in the music? That you're fighting against. Now, for me, I think the saying goes: you stand for something, or you fall for anything. The one time Flavor Flav decides to stand for something that goes against what Chuck D said, all of a sudden he's out the group. Me personally, I don't think the punishment fits the crime. But y'all let me know what y'all think. I've been seeing the comments. I've been responding to few from the last post that I made yesterday, but I would like to hear what you think. Hopefully we can get I'll bring it up on here and see just let everybody else know what other people thought as well. And like I said, just drop a comment. Let me know how you feel about the situation. The question is, if you were Chuck D and this exact same situation happened with you and somebody who you was basically family with for over 30 years, well over 30 years, would you have handled it like that? I know what a lot of people's going to say. Well, Flavor Flav has done some other things, and I'm not going to bring up, certain bad stuff for Flav. Everybody know, you know, about certain things, but I'm not about to tear this brother down. You know, I'm not about to tear Chuck D down. You know what I'm saying? Chuck D's one of the most underrated MCs ever. Y'all have slept on Chuck D. For real. But do you believe he handled it? He overreacted in the way he handled everything. Get back to me on that, all right? Like I said, thank you for tuning in to Cold One TV. Like I said, I'm Batman the DJ. Hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you get the notifications first. Drop your comments below, all right? Peace.
People have no fear, we only here to make love to your ears. Substance so strong, might have you on the verge of tears. Make love to your ears. 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 Make love to your ears.